Hello friends, it's Pop Preview. I'm Alex.
I'm Sean.
Today we're watching the official trailer 2 for Godzilla, King of the Monsters. I mean, this is like one thing that I actually can be excited about, so...
It's not the one thing, come on.
Yes it is.
No.
Like, what else can I be excited for?
Pokemon.
Nope, we already talked about that.
Yeah, but you're
not happy.
You feel better about it now.
I do feel better about it, but I'm not excited. I'm just like, oh yeah, I'll see that. This I am actively excited for. Like, I am waiting with bated breath for this movie to come out. I've always been a Godzilla fan. If you watch our first trailer review that we did on this, you will know that. It featured my bearded dragon who jumped on Sean and scared the crap out of him.
Yeah.
She
didn't scare me. I was just surprised that she jumped. That was all.
You were startled. She's over there hanging out in her house now. I'll show her next time. Anyway, so we get some new things in this trailer.
Oh, I hope so.
Yeah. So you haven't seen it.
No, I'm not.
I've seen it a few times because I just could not wait. Sorry. So in the last one, you know, we got a sense that all of these kaijus are waking up, and it's really exciting for fans because we love these monsters and we want to see them in action again. Yeah. So, you know, we got Mothra, we got Rodan, and of course we got King Ghidorah, which is my favorite kaiju of all time.
And then this is all leading up to Kong versus Godzilla, which they've actually started shooting now, which will come out in 2020.
Right. Never been a huge Kong fan, but because I'm invested in this franchise now, I did think that the Godzilla from a few years ago was pretty good. Could have been better.
I wish there was more Godzilla in the
more Godzilla
in the Godzilla first movie and more King Kong in the King Kong movie. So hopefully we get more Godzilla in the Godzilla movie.
Right. So. Well, we talked about this last time, and up until this point, Godzilla films have always been about the people who are dealing with the threat of Godzilla or asking Godzilla to save them, or it's a very complicated relationship, really.
Because he's basically wrecking shop, but then after the times he's the hero.
They're like, we need you.
Yeah,
like, we're gonna forgive you for all the crap you did.
You just destroyed our town, but save us from the other big monster that's destroying our town. It's like, okay.
Yeah, it's a interesting
love-hate relationship, to say the least.
It is.
But hopefully he's not a cameo like he was in the first Godzilla movie, where every time he showed up and he about to do something cool, they cut away to something else until the very end. So I don't think that's going to happen this time around, but, you know.
Either way, even if it's not all Godzilla all the time, we get a lot of other monsters. So I'm so excited for that. So let's just watch the trailer.
Yes.
Hello? Is anyone there?
A lot of people are there. There they are. Oh, look at that.
I'm trying to reach...
Senators, we believe that these titans are just the tip of the iceberg. Which of these titans are here to protect us? And which of these titans are here to threaten us?
So you'd want to make Godzilla our pet?
No. We would be his.
Sure he's gonna be okay.
They're everywhere. Battling for dominance. A rival alpha to Godzilla.
You gotta be kidding.
they're about to fight, and like, oh no, let's see the reaction of a little kid. It's like, no, don't do that.
Well, I feel like a little kid right now reacting to that.
That looked great, and
I feel like a kid again. It's so refreshing.
That is something, and I'm like, man, what are they gonna keep for King Kong versus Godzilla if they all the Titans are in this one?
Yeah, well, it's not all of them. There's a lot of monsters. So we got a hint. So that moment where there was like a big mound of earth coming up. That's Anguirus, I think, which is Godzilla's very first rival. He actually like snaps his. I'll never forget this. Like if you guys know what I'm talking about, Godzilla actually takes Anguirus is sort of like a ankylosaur type dinosaur. Or kaiju. And Godzilla just takes his jaw and just rips it, and his jaw just hangs there, and there's like blood. It's
in
like
the first one, kind of.
Well, sort of, yeah. Yeah. So that was really exciting to see a hint of Anguirus, which I was going to name my bearded dragon if she was a male. And we also got a hint of like this underground sort of like scorpion-looking thing, which I read was maybe an unused kaiju that was planned to be used but never actually was in like the 90s, I think. So like there's a lot of monsters that they can use, not only in this film but in subsequent ones. And I will say the Monarch website, Monarch is this, weird, mysterious organization that is for the releasing of the kaijus to restore balance or whatever it is, the Titans, I guess. They have a website, and it's sort of like a really fun Easter eggy kind of thing because they have a map of the world, and it pinpoints all the locations of all the Titans.
Is King Kong on there?
I don't know, but there definitely are more than what we've seen in this movie. So I don't know if we're going to get all of those. There's like 20 or something on this little map. So I don't think we're going to get all of those in this movie, but there definitely is momentum to move forward.
Well, I'm wondering if we're going to get, because King Kong's going against some, Godzilla's going through a lot of them in this one. I'm wondering if he defeats a lot of them, what they might do for Kong versus Godzilla is that obviously they're going to fight at some point, because it's not, they're going to fight. But I'm wondering if they're going to build their own kaiju, and the two of them have to take that on. Because that's actually happened in the old Godzilla movies where the metal one...
Mecha Godzilla?
Yeah, or...
Also, King Ghidorah lost a head, and so it became Mecha King Ghidorah.
Exactly, so it could be something to that effect.
I mean... God,
because like what else? Who else would they go against? But you know what I mean.
And also, since these creatures were dormant for such a long time, it's possible that instead of being defeated or destroyed, they just go back after doing what they're supposed to do.
Yeah.
Go back to being dormant, if that makes sense. Go back to their homes and they just take a little nap until the next time that they're needed.
So after Godzilla whips their ass, like, all right,
yeah,
go take a nap.
Yeah, and I mean, I don't want to talk too much about where it's going to go from here because we still don't know.
No.
I mean, anything could happen here.
Yeah, you're right. I mean,
a lot of things.
The world looks like it's in shambles.
Oh yeah.
After all. Yeah,
this does not look good.
I'm really excited and also curious that like this movie comes out in May and we've already gotten the second trailer already. Like, I'm wondering if they're blowing their load too soon. I mean, like,
I think we'll get. I don't know. I mean, I think we'll get... They did really good with the viral marketing at Comic-Con. If you remember, they had people from Monarch walking the streets and handing out pamphlets. And I think that they're just trying to stay top of mind. And I think that that's good. And I hope they continue to do that up until May.
But getting 2 trailers and we're still, like, more than... Because this comes out the end of May. We're, like, still, like, 5 full months out before the movie comes out. So I'm just curious about their marketing choices. But that doesn't mean I'm still excited for the movie, especially after seeing this.
Yeah.
I'm just a little curious about why we get the second trailer this far out. But, who might have cared? I don't care. I'm still going to go see the movie anyway.
Right. Well, we have, obviously, Game of Thrones in April. And we have Avengers in April, like 2 very, very highly anticipated finales.
Yeah.
So I can see why they would want to be like, hey, we're here
remember,
too.
Remember us? Yeah.
I can see why they would want to push that front and make sure that they stay present in everybody's mind. So I think we'll get a third trailer sometime next year, maybe February, just to stay.
Well, I mean, I would go more or less like around March.
Yeah, Yeah.
Yeah, March.
Mm-hmm. Probably.
And then
around
like
March.
you know, and then obviously we'll get TV spots. But,
TV spots. Yep.
I'm really still excited to see this. Curious. I like Millie Bobby Brown. She's always good from Stranger Things, as we know.
Mm-hmm.
So it's just like I'm just curious to see like how much she's actually involved, what role she's gonna play.
Yeah.
And
she seems to be sort of more of a grounded, has that, with that childlike quality of what do you think you're doing? Like, you can't do this type of thing.
Yeah, almost kind of
fights authority.
Almost has to like put the adults in their place. Like, no, we need to do this.
Yeah.
You stupid adults. Like, and I like to like teasing, haha, Godzilla be our pet. Haha, no, like no, he's gonna be our.
Yeah. Which makes sense because I mean, let's be honest, Godzilla doesn't give a crap about humans.
No.
Like he just takes care of the planet basically, and protects what he thinks is his home or
he just does
threat,
what's in the best interest of himself. Like so if it means taking on the Titan, it's like, all right, I'll take you on because you're there.
Yeah.
I'm not really doing it to save the humans. I'm just doing it
exactly
for me.
And I think
that's his mindset should be. He should be like, I'm gonna save the humans now because the humans need help. I was just about to go like it's about Godzilla doing his own thing.
Yeah.
Not necessarily because it's gonna benefit the humans. Just doing he's on his own path.
Right. And my guess is that's where there might be some conflict where it's like, oh, this monster works for us now. And
like,
actually,
how dare you destroy our city?
It's like, I don't think
you work for me.
Know
like,
how
no,
that works. Yeah,
I'm just doing whatever I want.
Yeah, so that's probably going to be a point of contention as well. We also saw this like weird shot of like a meteor coming down. I don't know if you remember that shot. There's like we're above the clouds and there's like this meteor coming down, and we see all the clouds are full of lightning, and we know that King Ghidorah can create massive storms with his wings because they're so powerful. So I'm wondering, and traditionally, like in canon, there's a lot of different origin stories for these monsters, by the way, because there's been so many different types of movies, and it has changed based on what they felt was right for that movie. But one origin story for King Ghidorah is that he's from outer space.
Yes, I remember that.
But we also see him frozen in Antarctica or wherever they are. So I'm wondering if that was some kind of flashback where that's him coming to Earth.
Yeah, it's possible.
Or maybe it's present. It's a new kaiju, like some kind of other. I don't know. I really don't know. But it's a lot of interesting stuff to pick apart.
Well, I'll ask you this: do you think we're gonna see it or get teased to King Kong in this?
I think so. Yeah. I think they have to.
Yeah.
I think they have to.
Do you think we're gonna see him, or they're just gonna allude to him, like almost like, oh, I need somebody else to save the day. It's not Godzilla. It's King Kong.
I have faith in this, so I think it's gonna be just an illusion. I think it would be
like
too
just
much.
allude to him.
Yes.
Yeah.
I think it would be too much if they showed us now King Kong, where it's like we're watching a whole bunch of lizards and insects fight. It would be weird to see a giant primate. Like right now. So hey, just ease me in, ease me in. Well, it's a lot of canon and like tying things together. It's a lot. There's so many monsters in here that we don't know anything about. Well, I do.
Well, I think they either might just allude to him, or it might be a post-credit scene where he's actually leaving Skull Island.
Yeah.
And heading towards wherever Godzilla ends up.
Let's be honest. This film might not end in terms of like they won the battle or the battle's even over.
Yeah.
Like if this is like somewhat of a middle movie, the battle might be ongoing.
It kind of sort of is.
Yeah. So they may still be raging. The battle may still be raging by the end of the movie.
I would actually like that.
Sense
I would actually like that.
Would wake up.
Because considering it, we're getting it the next year. I wouldn't mind if they kind of left it on like a cliffhanger of things are still going on, and maybe because like, oh, I heard that there's this big gorilla kind of titan on this island. Maybe we should go get
gorilla.
Maybe we should go get him to kind of. I don't know. I mean, but I actually wouldn't mind that. They don't have to necessarily wrap this movie up with a bow. Yeah. Because that movie's coming out, so I actually would welcome that.
Yeah. So, I don't know. I think the chances are good for that. So. Yeah. I'm hoping that we get a little bit more in the next trailer because I still feel like, I mean, I'm excited, but some of the meat, I think, is still being just hinted at, like the conflicts between the characters.
Do we really need a lot of meat? We just need a lot of Titans on Titans fighting and humans running for their lives.
I want to see the opposite. I want to save the awesome Titan fight for
the
movie.
I don't need to see.
I wouldn't mind seeing more character stuff in the trailers.
I don't need it. Not in this movie. I want to see them running for their lives and just like looking up in awe, like, oh my god, there's nothing we can do.
You can't just have that for like 2 hours.
Yes, you can.
You can, but it would not be good.
Yes, it would. Yes, it would. That's what I want to see. It's like I remember watching the latest Godzilla movie, and then just like every time we were about to get it, they cut away and like, no, I want to see Godzilla destroy
We're gonna get
things.
that, but there has to be more to the story.
I know that. And obviously there's going to be, but do I need to even be alluded to that in the trailer? No, because I know it's there. Just show me a little bit more of what we already saw, and I'm good. Like, I'm already good now. This trailer did a good job of hyping it up, in my opinion, but...
Yeah, well, here's the other thing, too. Like, if you're watching this and you don't know anything about the Godzilla franchise, like, which started, 1952, 53?
Something.
If you don't know who these monsters are,
it doesn't matter.
It does kind of matter though, because I'm bringing I'm like, oh, that's King Ghidorah, oh, that's Rodan, oh, that's probably Anguirus, and I'm like totally nerding out, like being like, oh, here's all these monsters, and knowing where they came from and their origin stories. I feel like people who don't know much about Godzilla and like all the other different types of monsters may need that human element a little bit more to draw them into this story.
Maybe, but at the end of the day, you're going to see this movie to see Godzilla wreck shop. Would it be nice to know the backstory a little bit? Yes. Will the movie do that? Probably to an extent, probably. But at the end of the day, do I really need to know where this big spider or whatever it is, where it came from? No. Do I want to see Godzilla destroy it? Yes. Do I want to see it destroy the city? Yes. Do I need to know anything more than that? Not really. In my opinion, not really.
That's you, though.
In this kind of movie, as long as Godzilla is the star, yay for me. And he destroys the city and the monsters, I'm good. That's you. Yeah, that's just me. I'm only speaking for me. I don't need a lot of story. And I'm like, I just want to see.
I mean, can you imagine walking into a meeting being like, so we're not really going to have a story.
No.
Like, come on.
I know there's going to be a story, but I'm just saying, I don't need it. It could be, like, the story could be bad and make no sense. Which is possible.
You're the audience member that is ruining Hollywood. Where
no.
It's like, I actually don't care if there's story or character development.
No.
Yes.
I'm looking
Thanks
at...
a lot, Sean.
No, I'm looking at this movie like... Some people look at the Transformers series now, it's just like, oh, as long as I see robots destroying things, then I'm good. In this sense, as long as Godzilla, I'm putting the parameters in place. As long as Godzilla is in the movie a lot, and he's destroying things, that's all I need. That's all I need. The same thing with Skull Island. The parts where King Kong was wrecking shop on the island was good, and I wish there was, the only problem with that movie is I wish there was more of it. So I hope, that's the only part I left that movie was, that I didn't see King Kong enough, in my opinion. But if we get a lot of Godzilla destroying stuff and kicking ass, I don't know what else. I don't want, just don't bore me too much with all the story.
Yeah, the only
cut away from him.
The only fear that I have for me is because I do love these monsters and I do want to see them. Not just Godzilla. Like, I want to see, because I've been waiting for this day for so long to see King Ghidorah rendered in beautiful, CGI technology that, like, I've been waiting for this day. It's so amazing. So I the only fear I have is because there are so many that I'm gonna not feel that, like, emotional connection because they're gonna just brush over it. They're gonna be like, here are these monsters, and it's like, wait, but aren't we gonna
No, it's just gonna be
so we'll see. I mean,
breathing fire.
I have high hopes. I'm glad that this is going to be on the big screen because I've just been waiting for so long. But I am they're big shoes to fill. I think it's really interesting that they're like, well, let's just have all the monsters in one movie. It's whoa!
Considering like the 98 Godzilla movie, like the less said about that, the better. And then the one before that, I don't think it teased us literally of the prospects of having a Godzilla movie in this day and age. And I think based on the first two trailers, I think we're gonna get the Godzilla movie we've all been wanting.
I hope so. I think so.
Like a modern day age Godzilla movie. I don't think we've really never had that yet, which is quite interesting. We're in 2018 and this comes out 2019 that we really haven't had that yet.
Because Godzilla is exclusively Japan. They shot those films in Japan and dubbed them. Like that's how we know about Godzilla. So you're absolutely right.
But they're really popular. Godzilla's really popular in the United States, and it's just curious how
because it's like
we've never gotten that.
Yeah, it's popular because I don't think anyone really actually knows what it is. Like, when was the last? Have you seen the original Godzilla?
Yeah, I mean, I've seen bits and pieces of a lot of different ones because they used to come on regular TV back in the day.
A lot of people have not.
Well,
so it is really interesting to see this now in the American market, and like how we're gonna sort of respond and eat it up.
But I think we are. If it's a good movie, I think I think this movie will do very well, and I think King Kong versus Godzilla or Godzilla versus King Kong, I can't remember which order it's in, will do really well as
Godzilla needs to be built
as
first.
well because I think King Kong is deeply entrenched in our pop culture and Godzilla is as well. So to have them fight, and especially coming off of Godzilla, if it does well, I think bodes well for their franchise going forward. Because if Godzilla does well, you're pretty much banking that Godzilla vs. King Kong will do well too, and then they can springboard off of that. Maybe we just get a Titans movie, and then we just can go
origin
more in
story,
depth.
sort of like the Justice League, where they introduced all the characters all
and
at
then
once,
just spring them off.
And then we get the individual films. Okay, I'm waiting for the King Ghidorah origin.
It's possible the WB can make this a nice little universe. You know, it's possible.
I hope so. So I haven't seen Kong Skull Island, but I was kind of wanting to ask you guys, how important do you think it is for me to watch that before seeing this new Godzilla film?
I mean, in my opinion, I don't think it's vital homework.
Right.
But
I heard it was good.
It's okay.
Okay.
The parts with King Kong the fight scenes are great with him in it. Again, not as much.
I heard tonally it was like a little different, like more kind of silly action adventure, like jokey kind of stuff.
It is. It's a very late 90s, early 2000s action movie with King Kong kicking ass in it.
But it came out like a few years ago.
Yeah.
Okay. So it's a little outdated.
I mean, I wouldn't say that because it's still pretty good, but I don't think because you know enough about King Kong to understand what's going on. The only difference is that now he's almost as big as Godzilla now.
Oh, so
where before he was just like the size of Wheaties. Or he's been taking steroids, whichever way you want to go.
Same thing.
So before he was just the size of buildings, now he's bigger than buildings. Yeah, exactly. But
Wow.
other than that,
Okay. Well, I feel like we've exhausted everything we need to talk about in terms of this trailer. Obviously, very excited. So we talked about a lot of things, and there are a lot of little Easter eggs and things to pick apart about this trailer. So if you guys notice something that maybe I didn't, please, let's talk about it below, because I never get to talk about Godzilla stuff. But hopefully this is the end of not being able to talk about Godzilla. And now, forever,
we'll definitely get another trailer, and then we'll do a review of the movie when it does come out in May. So
great.
We'll get to talk about it some more.
Okay. Well, thank you so much for joining us for this trailer review. Until we do the next one, we'll be signing off. So I'm Alex.
I'm Sean.
And we'll see you next time.
Bye, guys.